Welcome in. A little bit of a different video today. So normally on Fridays, I'm out here posting NFL videos. Today we're doing a little World Cup video. Myself, Ben Hasser, I'm joined by our boy Frosty. He does some soccer stuff for us at dfskarma.com. You guys may have seen him before. You used to do soccer pods like back in the day, didn't you, Frosty?
Yeah. Even last World Cup, we did a bunch of
Yeah.
podcasts back in the day.
I can't believe it's been 4 years since the last one, but yeah, we are here. We're going to
Yeah,
talk about the World
tell me
Cup.
about it.
You can see on the sidebar here we have some odds posted, and we also have, if you guys have checked it out, betkarma.com. We have complimentary live odds and live trends up over there for the World Cup, so you can see where the public's betting each game. You can see where if there's any sharp money coming in on either games, and then we have our odds comparison as well. So if you guys play Prize Picks or Monkey Knife Fight, Prize Picks I know already has their early stuff up for the first couple games. We have projections for all of the lines posted over there as well. That's betkarma.com. We're going to go through the groups here, and then we will kind of give like some picks and some bets and stuff after that. Frosty and I both will also be providing some core plays for World Cup DFS if you're in our Discord. It's not free though, so basically the only way to get it, because we're not gonna make it a separate package because it's not super long. It's only what is it, like a month, the tournament?
Yeah, like 5, 6 weeks or so.
Yeah. So if you're an MVP subscriber, which that gives you access to NFL, NBA, PGA, all that stuff. It has all the sports. You'll get access to that. But we'll be in the Discord. Most of the people in our Discord are MVP, I would say. So I know you and I did some stuff for the Euro tournament last summer, and we did really well DFS wise. Like I remember
Yeah.
I won a bunch, but the one day I was really close to taking first in their big tournament, but I moved off Ronaldo for some reason, and it cost me. So I will always remember that.
Yeah,
But
that's what last World Cup was really good too. We had a couple takedowns for sure, and man, like the World Cup is just a different animal, right? Like all the games are going to be staggered, so it's going to be fun for DFS purposes.
yeah, I'm really excited just to watch it as well. So we'll start off here. We'll start with Group A. There's already been some allegations that Qatar is trying to pay off Ecuador to lose
Oh
the
man,
opening game.
so wild.
Yeah, there's this place over here is just a disaster, man. I mean, they got people staying in tents. They're not selling beer
Yeah.
apparently. I mean, what is going on over there?
Oh man, it's a lot of people are saying the meme, right, that it's gonna be like Fire Fest, but
Yeah,
man, with the things that we've seen there, it's wild, right? Like 2 days before it starts, they're saying never mind, no beer anymore anywhere. So
yeah, and
I'm sure a
they
lot
have
of
like
people
a
are not happy about
40.
that.
It's like a $40 million sponsorship deal with Budweiser or something like that, and they're just like, no.
Dude, $100 million.
Oh my God, it's insane. It's
Oh
insane.
man, it's
But
yeah, but then the fan fest areas too, it looks like freaking containers with like a bed and
yeah,
it's just wild. And then it's good. We need to mention too that this is the first World Cup that is played in November, like not in June in the summer, right?
yeah, I
So
was gonna bring that up. So I do think the time of the year. I don't want to say any team can win it, but I think more teams maybe can be like in the mix than normal just because of the time that it's played. Because this is like it's never happened before and it's kind of uncharted territory. And I feel like I don't know, maybe I didn't pay attention as much. Like I definitely paid attention to the last World Cup, but it feels like more teams have like important injuries than normal. I feel like.
yeah, it's just I mean all and it's in all sports, right? All professional athletes are just creatures of habit, right? So they have these beats, right? Like it's like the summer, the winter, this is when we play, this one we're not, and then randomly you just throw like everything off, and it's just been a disaster, right? Like it's just oh man. There's a Netflix documentary about what's happening in Qatar and all the corruption and stuff, but I haven't watched it. I don't want anything to spoil the World Cup. It's like my favorite time of the freaking year, so I'm staying away for now.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. All right, so we'll start off Group A here. I mean, I think it's probably what Netherlands and Senegal. That's probably like obviously if you look at betting stuff, like those are the big favorites to move out of the group. I don't really think the other two have any chance, but do you think Ecuador, Qatar have any chance to get out of this group?
I think Ecuador could surprise people. I kind of like Ecuador, especially for their odds, right? What are they like plus 500 to win the group? Um, they're good. They have a couple of good players, right? Like Ener Valencia, he's been scoring a lot of goals, and then Jose Cifuentes for LAFC has doing excellent. Which I mean, they could surprise, right? But with Senegal, right? It's man. I want to say I love Senegal, but now with Sadio Mane out, confirm out, it's just tougher to trust them. So I would rather go with the longer odds with Ecuador than with Senegal as of now.
Yeah, Mane being out is a big. It's pretty big because if you look at odds now, like it was like heavily favored. Like Netherlands obviously is
Oh,
minus 180, but the odds have actually moved. So Senegal and Ecuador both have the same odds. To
I just checked. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I mean, oh man, I feel so bad for Mane. He was what like top three for the Golden Boot last year, and he's just one of the top players. It just sucks that we're not gonna be able to watch him.
yeah, they have the same odds to win the group to qualify. Senegal minus 105, Ecuador plus 100. So it's pretty much the same. So yeah, I don't hate
Yeah, the
taking the
same
plus
thing.
money there. Yeah, and I feel like Senegal was kind of people's when the groups first got pulled back in summer. Obviously, like people thought Mane was playing and stuff, but I feel like that was a lot of people's like popular sleeper pick.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, all
yeah.
right.
There's gonna be a lot of people with money stuck in Senegal. They're trying to figure out what to do now.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill out a bracket like while we're doing this, just so we can like talk about the matchups like later on. So I'll put Ecuador through just for purposes of this. But all right, Group B. I mean, this will be popular group because it has United States in it. England, I think, obviously is the clear favorite here. So my question to you is like, where would you rank England among the other like quote unquote top teams in the tournament? Because I do think, at least how I'm approaching it, I think Brazil and Argentina are the clear favorites. And then if I was gonna pick someone else of the next 5 to 6 teams, I do think I like England the most of those other teams. Like I like England more than
Really?
Spain. I like them more than France. Um, yeah, I could see why people don't like England because I don't love like their tactical approach that they take, but I do think like team wise, like they're just so solid up and down.
Yeah, they have a solid team. It just up and down, right? Like you said, and there's some experience, some young players. Like Harry Kane won the Golden Boot last World Cup, and now they have a superstar like Bellingham. But oh man, I don't know. There's just something about England that I just feel like they're gonna come short. I think I'll prefer Spain over them, and I mean their betting odds are basically the same. And I think me and you agree that we're both team fade France. Just tough listening your midfield content Pogba at the same time, man. Like it's just tough. I know they're freaking stacked, but I don't know, man. It's just hard to trust friends.
Yeah, we'll talk about France more when we get to their group. So I mean England's they're minus 1100 to qualify for the group, and then it's USA's minus
Yeah,
105, Wales is 110. I don't think Iran has any chance. So I think it's basically going to be whoever wins. USA plays Wales in their first game. I think whoever wins that game is going to have the advantage to come second in this group. So if you're forced to pick, who are you taking? I mean, God, I love the USA team. I mean, they're the youngest team at the World Cup. I hate their coach. But I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if they lost, but I would probably pick them to get out of the group, I think.
yeah. I think I will lean with them too, especially because I mean Wales is gonna rely on Bale. And I mean he didn't even play for LAFC despite scoring the freaking
Yeah,
biggest
he hasn't
goal
even been
for
playing
them,
really.
right?
He was coming in off the
Yeah,
bench mainly. So
I'm actually surprised that they are so close together in odds because I do give the edge
people
to the
people have
USA for
no
sure.
like respect. Well, I mean the USA, I feel like they were kind of like hot, and then they played that last set of friendlies,
Yeah,
and it was bad. It was real bad.
yeah, and
So
then everybody crying about Ricardo Pepi not going. Oh my God! I
yeah.
just looked up how old Gareth Bale was because I was gonna say he's old as hell. He's the same age as me, so yeah. He's 33 years old, man. He's not old, all right, man.
Hey,
He's still a
co-
young guy.
compared to the
Oh
USA
man,
team, that is old because they got
that,
a bunch of young
dude, I
kids.
feel like Bill has been around like my whole
Yeah,
life. I
he's
thought he
been
was like
around
in his
forever.
40s.
That is factual.
Yeah, Yeah, I can't believe it's only
That's
33, man. But yeah,
crazy.
I will give the USA the edge here. If they don't, oh my god, if they don't qualify, it will
And
be a
I'm
disaster.
see, I'm like, you know how I am. I'm a fan, but I'm objective. I'm
Hmm.
in
Oh,
between.
definitely.
Like I want them to be good, but like I hate Greg Berhalter. Like he has to go. So it's like it's kind of a win-win. Like they win and they get out of their group,
Yeah,
or they lose and they finally fire him. So it's like I don't know. You can't really
yeah.
lose
And I
either way
mean,
you go.
next World Cup is gonna be in North America, right? So most games
Yeah,
in
I'm
USA,
I'm
some in Canada, some in
definitely
Mexico.
I'm
So.
already planning to try and I gotta try and go to that. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And I mean, I'm glad they're taking young players, unlike other teams that we're gonna talk about later. But man, it's just I do still give them the edge to go through this group. Honestly, I think they can.
Yeah.
And that game, Wales USA on Monday, it's gonna be an amazing game. So
That's
if
a
you're in the
massive
fence
game.
about soccer,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're in the fence about soccer, just watch that game. Find buddies that like soccer. Go to a soccer bar or something, and man, you're gonna fall in love with the sport.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Group C, Argentina, Mexico, Poland, Saudi Arabia. So your squad, Mexico's in here. Argentina,
Yeah.
obviously, clear favorites. They're minus 2,000 to qualify. Next, Mexico and Poland have the same odds, minus 115 each to
Yeah.
qualify. Saudi Arabia is way down there at plus 700. So it seems like it's between Mexico and Poland. Mexico, kind of like the USA, like haven't been in great form like coming into the World Cup, but like they've like unlike the USA, Mexico's they've been there and they've done it, you know. So who do you like
Yeah.
between Mexico and Poland to also get out of the group?
I mean, if remove, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible, but I'm on the same boat as you with the USA, right? Like, I just hate Tata Martino so much that I want him to get fired. So it would be, I guess, a quote unquote win-win. But I do think Mexico goes through. And then same thing is Mexico Poland first game on Tuesday, so that's gonna be another
Yep.
do or die game, right? Because Argentina, man, Argentina, I just, I mean, I don't know how you don't pick them to win it all, right? Like I know they're only what plus 500 to win it all, but they're amazing. I guess we'll talk long odds later, but man, I love Argentina to win it all. I do think Mexico gets a little bit of a notch. Poland, I know they're good. They have good players like Lewandowski. He was freaking amazing last year. He started really good with Barcelona, but he's been slowing down. So I'm just hoping that we can pull off a 1-0 win or something and just go through, right, and survive. And then we'll see who we play next round. But I do give the edge to Mexico. But I mean, there's no point in betting Argentina in the group on the group stage, right? Like those odds is just crazy.
Yeah, I would give Mexico the edge as well. That's who I have picked. Yeah, that it's crazy that like they play Poland first game too, so it's like whoever wins that game is going to be in the driver's seat to get out of the group. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
for
you have
sure,
like
man.
no chance to like breathe. Like you get there and instantly you're in like a must-win game. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's the World Cup, man. For those
Yep.
that are not very familiar with the format, right? Like it's only 3 games and only 2 teams go through to the playoff stage. So it's basically every game is do or die. There's no chance to like give up on a game or anything like that because everything matters. And goal differential is huge too
Mhm.
because a lot of teams end up with 4 points. So then it goes to goal differential. So it's huge. Everything is huge about the World Cup, and that's why every game is so important, right? Every game is like basically a game 7 of the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Group D, this is France's group. So you and I were just kind of talking like we're a little bit lower on France than I don't know. I don't. I guess I don't. I haven't followed it enough to know like what public perception is, but I know like just you and I are a little bit lower on France. So France, Denmark, Tunisia, and Australia. Let me pull up the odds. So to qualify, France is minus 1350, Denmark minus 430, Australia plus 300, Tunisia plus 360. So Denmark's one of my favorite teams in the tournament overall. I think they're a really strong team. And then France, like I'm lower on them, and I wouldn't be shocked if they get upset early, but I still think they'll probably get out of the group, right? I think like them getting upset might
Yeah,
come, in one of those first playoff matchups. Like, do you think Australia or Tunisia either can make anything happen to get out of the group here?
yeah. I don't think so, right? Like I mean, I am on team for France, but not that much, right? If they were in a tougher group with like, let's say a Japan or like another team that it's not like very well known, but they're solid, then I will be a little more scared for France in the first in the stage group. But no, I don't think so. And I do really like Denmark, and I love them to win this group. I love the odds. I don't know if you can see what the odds are right now. I have them at plus 240, 280 plus 280. So I don't know if they're still the same. But man, I think that's a solid bet.
Yeah, FanDuel has them plus 210, so they moved down a little bit. But
Oh man,
yeah,
there you go. The France
I
hate is
think
coming.
yeah, I think Denmark can win this group too. I love this Denmark team. I really do. So I'm comfortable betting them to win the group and kind of just picking them over France there. But I do think France will get out of the group. Group E. So this is a tough group for Costa Rica and Japan, right? They're matched up with Spain and Germany. Those both those teams have huge odds to qualify, right? Spain's minus 950, Germany's minus 750. So essentially, Vegas giving Japan and Costa Rica just no chance to get out of the group. Do you think? I think if one team did, it would be Japan. I don't really love the. I'm not in love with the team. Like I feel like Japan left some players off, but I mean Kamada is really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people will I think like that don't know much about Japan will enjoy watching him play, but I guess the conversation is not who gets out of the group. It's like who do you pick to win between Spain and Germany? And like Germany, they went a little bit younger with their team. Like Mukoko, I'm super excited that they brought him. I think that
Oh yeah.
I mean that's like my player to watch for the tournament. I mean, 4 years ago, Mbappe was big, but not anywhere close to what he was now, and that was kind of like his coming out party right at the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And Mukoko's a little bit younger; he's only 17, but I do think like if they actually play him, like he could be like the talk of the tournament if they actually give him minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And then same with Spain, man, with Pedri and Gavi. Gavi being 17, Pedri 18 or 18 and 19, right? And man, these people, Spain and Germany must be so happy and so looking forward to the future of their team, right? Like they have two, three like mega stars that are under the age of 21. So it's exciting times, and it's gonna be close, man. I think I would either just not bet it, or I will take whatever the plus money is at. Where's the plus money? It's in Germany, right?
Yeah, to win the group,
To win the group. Yeah.
it's plus 115. They're pretty close odds to win the group, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I would just not make that decision
I do think
if
I
I
think
don't have
Spain is
to,
like
right?
slightly better, but it's definitely close.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Germany is just such a tactic team, and they're just smart team. And Spain has all these young kids that are going to be running up and down. It's just, man, Spain is going to be fun to watch. I think they could go far. I don't think they have enough to win it all, but they're definitely going to be probably one of the most fun teams to watch and in this World Cup for sure.
Yeah, they'll definitely be fun to watch for sure. Group
Yeah, and
F.
then the other two teams, yeah.
This
Sorry, Luca.
this is an interesting group. So we have Belgium, Canada, Croatia, Morocco. So when you look at the betting odds, I mean Belgium's like favored to win the group, right? At minus 120, and then Croatia's at plus 210 to qualify. Belgium minus 550, Croatia's minus 270, and then Morocco actually has the third best odds to qualify at plus 200. I don't know if I'm just like completely off, but I really think Canada can get out of this group. I'm not scared of Croatia. Like this is not Croatia that made this deep run years ago at the World Cup, right? Like it's just not the same team. I don't think Croatia's bad, but I don't think they're
No.
like a powerhouse at all. And Belgium, I mean, I don't think this Belgium team's as good as the Belgium teams we've seen in the past either. I mean, obviously they still have De Bruyne and some other um
The lights went off.
their
Let me go
lights
turn them
went
on, but
out.
I can hear you.
Yeah. They still have De Bruyne and like some other guys, but and they're a great team. But I don't know. You got to talk to me because I don't know if I'm way off, but I really think Canada can get out of this group.
I like the train of thought you have. Yeah, like Belgium and Croatia have been powerhouses for a couple of years, but it's the exact same core, right? Like I know Luka Modric won Best Player last year. I mean, last World Cup, but that was 4 years ago, right? So he's uh he's I mean he's still good, but I don't know if I can say that he's in his prime, right? So
I feel
I
like
don't
coming
hate
into
it.
last World Cup, we were like Belgium and Croatia, like these teams can go like far, and like maybe they weren't being talked about as much. And I feel like 4 years later, just I don't know, they're good teams, but I'm just not scared of them. I don't know, and I'm not saying like Canada's gonna
Yeah,
like go win the World Cup or something, but I think that they could surprise people. It's their first ever World Cup. Nobody watches Canada play soccer, you know, like nobody knows.
mhm,
Obviously we do because they play Mexico and the United States, but
yeah.
they have like Alfonso Davies is a star and can take over games, and I think they have a decent team. I don't know. I like betting on them to get out of the group. Like plus 280 to get out of the group, I think is a fine bet for
Yeah.
like
You know what? And I actually thought that the odds were going to be higher than that.
yeah, I think they
But
were.
275, it's not too crazy.
I think they were at some point.
I mean, I'm looking at the odds of going through, and then even like Morocco is plus 200. So this is going to
Yeah.
be a really good group. This is going to be probably the what they call the group of death.
Mhm.
Even though some people don't think of Morocco as a big team, right? But they're going to be carried by Ziyech from Chelsea. He's amazing too. So I really like Canada, especially they have so many young kids, right? And
Yeah.
if we're saying Croatia and Belgium are getting older, and now you put this young kids, around them. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really fun group to um to watch. And I mean, if you're getting plus odds, like might as well go for this instead of eating the big on a lot of other bets, right? So I'd rather do that. So I like that bet. What do you say it was plus 280 or plus what?
Plus 280 to get out of the group. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a little something in that. I like that.
Yeah. All right. Group G. This is Brazil's group, so I mean they're just gonna be just
Hmm.
massive, massive favorites here.
Oh
So we have
man.
Brazil, Serbia, Cameroon, Switzerland. In terms of advancing, I mean Brazil's minus 1500. Switzerland is next favorite at minus 120, and then Serbia plus 110. Cameroon plus 380. So it seems like a battle between Serbia and Switzerland on who
Hmm.
advances second place to Brazil. Which of those would be your pick? Do you like, or do you like Cameroon? Like, which is your other pick other than Brazil from this group?
I'm going Serbia. I think the Serbia team is gonna be the surprise of the tournament, right? I know they're getting a little bit of buzz, so but I think this team is gonna be one that out of nowhere is like in the quarterfinals or semifinals, and everybody's like, "What the heck? Where did this come came from?" Right? But I think Serbia is gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really really good actually.
Yeah, I have no lean between them and Serbia or them and Switzerland. So if you prefer Serbia, like I think I would pick them as well. So do you think Brazil? I know we were talking about Argentina. Do you think Brazil is the clear favorite of all the teams? Like obviously you could see their odds.
Uh-huh.
They're clearly favored to win the tournament, but do you think they are the best team on paper? I would say they probably are. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably are, but I just can't imagine fading Messi on his freaking last dance, right? Like this is, I mean, a lot of people argue who's the best ever. Is it Messi? Is it Ronaldo? CR7, right? So this is it. This is the stage where they're gonna
What
make that difference, right?
for the people in the YouTube comments, what who do you lean? I've always said Messi is better, so I'll stick to that.
Okay.
I'll stick to that statement. But who do you prefer between him and Ronaldo?
Yeah, I prefer Messi, man. I'm a
Yeah,
freaking Messi holic, man.
yeah, I
I
am
just
too.
think that he makes everybody so much better.
Yeah, I think as an overall player, he's better. But I mean, again, when people say the argument like you can't really compare them, I would agree with that too because they're definitely different
Yeah.
types of players. So
Yeah,
I don't
definitely,
disagree with
definitely.
that.
But this is it, right? Like this is I don't know if you could go back in time and put LeBron and Michael Jordan going in the playoffs or something, right?
Yeah.
Like this is it. This is where they're gonna basically whoever gets further or makes a bigger difference. I
Hmm.
think is gonna take the lead on that debate. So I don't know. Like I just know that Messi's gonna put on the show. He's gonna just be incredible. So I do think that Brazil overall has a better team, but when you compare someone like Neymar to Messi, like which side will you pick? And honestly, with my life on the line, I will go with Messi hands down. So, but I mean, Brazil is just it's ridiculous, man. Like the players that
They're
they
so
left out, it's
loaded.
like
I know.
what?
The
Yeah,
players that they left at home would would like compete in their own right, like if they just had their own
yeah,
team.
yeah. They'll make the quarterfinals probably, or like something like that. That's how insanely loaded Brazil is. It's just Oh man, like it's just insane. They should do Brazil A and Brazil B for
Yeah,
next World Cup or
they
something, man.
should.
Like it's
I'm with you.
oh man.
All right,
But
last
yeah,
group is
and this group
Group
is
H. I know we want to talk about this. So Portugal, Uruguay, South Korea, Ghana. You and I feel like the two teams you and I both are low on are France and Portugal, right? So I think
yeah,
that
for sure.
let me pull the odds up here. So to win the group, Portugal's minus 140, Uruguay's plus 200, and then it jumps over plus 1,000 for the other two. To qualify, Portugal minus 700, Uruguay minus 270. I do think I do think Portugal, like, obviously will probably get out of the group. But I do think if one big team shockingly didn't get out of the group, it would probably be Portugal. And I think, like, I'm picking Uruguay to win this group, like, 100%. I think you kind of agree with me, but I, we both like Uruguay as a sleeper. And how it works out is if Uruguay comes in second in this group, they have to play Brazil, correct?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So if we both think Uruguay can make a run, if they are going to make a run, they have to win the group because you would much
Yeah.
rather face Serbia or Switzerland than to play Brazil in your first playoff matchup. So I'm picking
Oh,
Uruguay to
definitely,
win
man.
this group. I think their team is good. I think Darwin Nunez is interesting, like Golden Boot. If they do go far, I think it would probably be on the back of him. Um, so what's your thoughts on Portugal and like I don't know, do you think South Korea or Ghana have a chance to like knock Portugal off?
Yeah, I think it's Uruguay and Portugal too. Portugal, I do agree with you. Like Uruguay to win it and Portugal second, but man, like it's this Portugal situation. I don't know if you've been following in the news, like everything that happened with CR7 talking smack on Man U, right? And then he's playing now with two teammates, Bruno Fernandes and Joao Cancelo, and they're giving him basically the cold shoulder, right? Like it's this is supposed to be like a brotherhood and things like that. Everything is happy, merry, and Portugal is dealing with like the biggest soccer drama of the year at the same time. So I, oh man, I agree with you. I don't know if they missed the playoffs, just because of their group is South Korea and
Yeah.
Ghana are fine.
Yeah,
They're solid
they got
teams,
my
but
boy. They have Son, so, you know. I think they'll
yeah,
maybe make something happen, but I think they'll probably get out of the group though.
yeah, I think they got out of the group. I think Sun is out for the World Cup actually, Ben.
Oh, did he I thought I saw he was playing, but I don't know, maybe I haven't followed it for sure.
Yeah, actually, as of 22 hours ago, he's ready to risk it all for the World
Yeah,
Cup.
I
So,
thought I saw he was like gonna play, but
oh man,
I
that's
don't know.
gonna be that's gonna
You
be
can't
interesting.
expect to. I guess you can't really expect to be 100%, but
Yeah. So I wonder if it's like a Mo Salah situation from last World Cup where he was definitely their main player, and they were just like, you know what, we're still gonna take you, and if you can play anything, it's a win. If not, we
yeah.
wasted a roster spot on you. And I
Well,
mean, he wasn't
they have the
good.
extra roster spots this time, so I guess it's probably
Hmm.
not quite as bad
Yeah.
as it would have been.
Oh man, that's gonna be really interesting to follow this next couple of days if he starts or not because he's a huge difference maker. If
Yeah.
he does play,
They
oh
have
man, what
no
if he?
chance if he doesn't play. But I think if he
Yeah,
play,
yeah, for
I was under
sure.
the impression like when I last looked at it, which it was a few days ago, so that's why I was like, oh, maybe I missed
Uh-huh.
that. But as the last time I looked, I thought he sounded like he was gonna play. So
I don't like their odds, man. It's just plus 224 to make it through. I wish
yeah,
it was like plus 500 or
yeah. If it
something. I
was,
will definitely
yeah,
take a play.
yeah, that's just not great. All right, so
Yeah, I mean Portugal to miss.
we've kind of covered the groups here. I mean, who? So we can kind of talk like outright bets and like stuff like that. So I think like you and I agree. We'll give away like who we think is going to win at the end. But in terms of like paths of these teams, I plugged in the bracket like what we just talked about. So like I think. I mean, dude, if this happens based off what we said, we would get Argentina and France in the first round of 16. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that would be a fun game. But then there you go. So is there any way to short like France not going to like the quarterfinals or something like that?
Yeah, I'm sure there probably is. I'm on FanDuel. I'm trying to see if I can. Here, stage of elimination. Let's see here. Where's France?
No, I don't even like the odds. See, like I see to reach the
Yeah.
quarterfinals,
Yeah.
and
So
no
they're
on France is plus one thirty five. Like,
if you pick France to lose in the round of 16 it's plus 220. So,
that's not too bad.
that's okay.
That's not too bad.
But if they
Yeah,
play
especially if they
if
have to
they
play
play
Argentina.
if this happens, right? If they do come second in their group and they play Argentina, I would pick Argentina to beat them like for sure.
Yes, but I wonder if
Wow, that's
the
crazy.
head-to-head odds will be like plus 220
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
around the
So you
same.
would have to factor in if you think the odds would be different for the actual game, or if you would get better odds by betting that
Yeah,
plus 220. You know?
yeah. I don't love the odds. Man, the books are getting too smart, man. There's no
I
way
know,
to.
dude. That's crazy though. That I mean, if they don't win their group, they're playing Argentina. That's insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we take Argentina. I'm trying to look at like big matchups that we have here. So Belgium, Germany. I would take Germany. You agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, Germany will be screwed if that happens.
Yeah. Dude, there's some big. If this goes out how we put this in, there's some big. I mean, there's some big games. Uh, like Brazil, Portugal. We would take Brazil.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I would take.
we could.
I'm trying to
Same
plug
thing.
in like who I think would win. Who would you pick between Netherlands, United States? I think we'd take Netherlands, right, for sure.
Oh man,
But I don't know. I
I
don't
think I
love.
would
I
leave.
don't love. I don't love the Netherlands. I really don't.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, I think the Netherlands got lucky with the group. I mean, every time
Yeah,
you
they
get on
did.
the Group A, it's a W, right? Because most of the time the host country wouldn't be there if it wasn't because they were hosting, right? Like
Hmm.
I know Qatar has been together since September, whatever, but I mean, still Qatar, right? Like it's yeah, you get lucky every time you're in Group A, man.
Yeah, and they're like, well, it's kind of like they're moving on from Van Gaal after the World Cup, right? And
Yep.
like, I don't love how they've played under him. And so for me, if it's my team, like if I'm running it, I feel like I would rather get rid of him and bring in the new person for the World Cup, even if they haven't been with the team through all the qualifying, just to see like if we can make something happen. Because they've been like so hot and cold with him as their manager.
Yeah.
I would probably like if you know you're moving on from him, I would just bring the new manager in and see what he does at the World Cup with them. But I mean, I understand sticking with him because he's been with them for the last, however many months qualifying. But I don't know. I'm fine. I don't know. That would be a crazy game. I do think
Yeah.
the USA could upset them because I don't love either of those teams to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, and Memphis Depay is for sure missing the first game, so who knows how healthy he's going to be. And if he's not healthy, like, yeah, that's the Netherlands is definitely losing early.
Yeah, and I mean, the winner would theoretically play Argentina, so they're gonna lose anyways.
Okay, so that,
So
yeah,
you don't have to stress about it too much.
yeah.
Spain Brazil potential quarterfinal
Ooh,
matchup. I mean, God.
oh, that would be something, man. That's a game that should stop the world for two
Yeah.
hours, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would be picking Brazil, but it's like crazy that I mean, we're getting at least on this bracket that we've made like Brazil and Argentina in the semifinals like it's not even the final game. Like
Ooh,
that as a semifinal is nuts.
yeah, that would be
That would
crazy,
be
man.
crazy.
Oh man, you know what, Ben? I found the Netherlands to reach the quarterfinals. No, it's plus 100.
Okay.
That just seems like free money, right? Because I mean, they'll have to go through Argentina to get to the quarterfinals, regardless. I believe.
Yeah. No, no, no. So
So I mean,
the to reach the quarterfinals, they would just have to win that first round of 16,
oh yeah,
which
you're right.
that'll be against. I mean, as long as they win their group,
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
against
true.
Wales or the USA. So
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're
I
right.
do think they probably beat either of those two, but
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't
never
be
mind.
shocked if
I
they
don't.
lost. That's like a toss up game. I don't know. I don't love Netherlands. I don't know. It's just weird. England Denmark. Who would you lean there?
Whew,
Two teams I
that
like.
would be a good
I like
game.
Denmark a lot, man. I like Denmark a lot.
Uh-huh. Oh man, I mean, if the game happened, the odds will be towards England.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'll probably
I would be
pick
betting
plus money
Denmark.
on
Yeah,
there.
I would be with you.
Yeah,
Uh,
yes, man.
Germany, Uruguay. Who would you pick?
Oh my God, really? How early is that game?
That's quarterfinals.
Oh man, it's well, I mean, if we are betting Uruguay as a long shot, right? Like it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily mean that we're just gonna let it ride. For example,
Yeah.
this would be a perfect opportunity to hedge
Yeah, you
right
could just
here,
hedge
right?
it,
So
take Germany.
that's
Yeah. Yeah, 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 for sure.
yeah, exactly. So you can make if you pick the underdog that is going to the semifinals. Oh man, you're gonna be making a lot of money on the way, right? So
Mm-hmm.
uh, I I I mean, oh man, that's a really tough matchup for
Some
them.
some
But
potential just really good games coming here.
yeah, I mean, this is why the World Cup is so amazing, right? Like, there's no team trying to tank. There's no teams trying to, like get the
Yeah.
first draft pick for next World Cup. Like, it's just all do or die, and it's like 30, like 32 teams will go through of the best in the world, like literally the best of the best in the world. And it's not like the NBA where the USA is just like 99,000 times better than the rest of the world, right? Like everybody's kind of even. So this is why the World Cup is so amazing.
Yeah. I
Oh
think
man.
I don't know. I think we're rooting for one of I guess we would be I don't see how this happens. Like I don't see how Brazil and Argentina don't win their groups. And if they do
Mm-hmm.
both win their groups, they're going to be on the same side of the bracket. So we're going to get them in the semi. We're not even going to get a Brazil Argentina final. It's crazy.
Hey man, you never know, man. Mexico might sneak in a 1-0 win or something as
Yeah.
against Argentina. No, I'm just kidding. Argentina
Yeah.
has our number, man. So many bad memories against Argentina, man. I have nightmares about Argentina. So.
Uh,
Oh
all
man.
right. It looks like it's gonna be a fun tournament, though. Like I said, Frosty and I will be doing DFS core plays in our Discord. If you're an MVP subscriber, we'll be giving out bets, prop picks, betkarma.com. That'll be updated every day for the World Cup. It's complimentary. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to see the live odds, the live trends, you can see where the public's betting. You can see where the sharp money's coming in on these matchups each day at betkarma.com. Frosty, before we get out of here, we've already posted some bets, so I'm betting like
Mhm.
longer shots. I'm betting Denmark to win. I'm betting Uruguay to win. I'm betting Canada to get out of their group. Maybe like Canada to reach the round of 16. Like long shot dart type bets. I do think I won't be betting it, but I do think my pick to win is Argentina. But what are some bets you like, and like who's your ultimate like pick to win the tournament?
I am going to bet on Argentina. I just, oh man, they're just so good. But you know what? If you bet Argentina to win it all, you only get plus 540. But if you bet Messi to win the Golden Ball, which means the MVP of the tournament,
Yeah,
is plus 670.
yeah. This is a
So
great
if
point that you brought
Argentina,
up. I was gonna bring this
yeah,
up to you because this is what we did in the Super Bowl. Um,
mm-hmm,
I was like, I think the Rams are gonna win, but instead of just betting Rams to win, we just bet Cooper Cup to win MVP, and then that payout was way better, you know. So I think that's a really sharp
yeah,
call. If you think Argentina or Brazil
yeah,
are gonna win, instead of betting them to win the tournament, you'll get better odds on betting, Golden Ball, Golden Boot. But I don't. It would be tough to bet Brazil that way. I think because they have like they have so many
yeah,
forwards, man. Like who is gonna like really take over, you know?
yeah. Because Neymar is plus 980, but and then Vinicius Junior is right behind him at 7 on the best odds, right? So, and then I'm sure there's a bunch of see Rafael Rafinha is right behind them. It's just I think it's the only way. I mean, if you love Cristiano Ronaldo and you think he is gonna go Blades of Glory plus 2,800, that seems pretty good odds, especially for a player of his caliber, right? Like we've seen it in the Champions League where he just goes on freaking another level and just carries Portugal. And the Golden Ball doesn't like not always goes to the people to the guy that wins the World Cup. So if you think Cristiano Ronaldo goes on another level, takes them to the quarterfinals, semifinals, you never know, man. Plus 2,800. I don't love it, but the odds are actually pretty good for that.
Yep, I agree. All right, give me like before we get out of here, give me like your couple players to watch, and then your like teams that you think will surprise people. So obviously, my team that I think will surprise people is Canada. Uh, I could look like an idiot in like 2 days. They lose their first two games, and it's like just done. So I might look like an idiot. Players to watch. I kind of gave that out. I think Mukoko from Germany is probably my pick. I'm really excited to watch him.
Yeah, no, and for me, I'm really excited to see Darwin Nunez for Uruguay. He's the main reason why I'm so high on Uruguay, and I'm glad that we agree on that. Man, Darwin Nunez, he's gonna be fun, man. Like he's just gonna be fun to watch. And
Yeah.
then Brazil, you can pick anyone. I'm a huge, huge fan of Pedri and Gavi for Spain. I mean, Gavi's only 18 years old, Pedri 19, Ansu Fati 20. So you know Spain is going to be a team to watch. So if you have no, I mean, allegiance to the USA, which I mean, how you're not going to have allegiance, right, to the USA, but if you're picking for a second country or something to cheer for, I'll definitely be catching all the Spain and Argentina games. Lautaro Martinez might go under the radar too because of all the Messi
Hmm.
situation. What are his odds to win? But I mean, there's just no way he wins over Messi, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
He's
just
plus
no
2,000
way.
Golden Boot. So maybe
Oh,
if he
I
scores more
kind of
goals,
that.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, because I mean, Messi, yeah, he's gonna have goals. He's gonna score from PK spots, free kicks, but his ultimate goal is to be assisting.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that
No,
actually.
I don't
Plus
hate it.
2,000.
Yeah, plus
I don't hate
2,000 is
that.
not bad.
Do you have any other golden balls, top scorer that you like?
I think top scorer, like if I was gonna take a shot on someone, it'd probably be Richarlison. He's plus 2,900. He would probably be my pick from
Okay.
Brazil if I was gonna pick somebody, I think.
Yeah,
But
I don't hate
it's
that.
just so
Yeah, and
tough to
Brazil
pick.
might
They just
freaking
have too
score
many
20
guys.
goals in this.
They just have so
Yeah,
many
that's the
guys,
thing.
man. It's
And you
crazy.
know, like Brazil might like destroy the first two games,
Yeah,
so
and they
then
like
they
sit
save
them.
like
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah,
people for the.
yeah.
So that's tough too to predict.
Darwin Nunez, man, he's plus 4,400 Golden Boot. I'm telling you, man. That's my
Oh
long
man,
shot,
that's
dude.
that's
That's just
good.
like that gets me
That's
going.
good.
Plus
No, that's actually
4,400.
yeah, man. That's actually really really good. And on different website, I'm seeing plus 3,600. So that's a
Yeah,
freaking.
FanDuel has him at plus 4,400. So if you're gonna bet that, bet it
Oh
on
man,
FanDuel. That's crazy odds.
yeah. I'm about to put some money on there.
Yeah, he
Let's
has like
do.
I'm trying to look at like people above him, like like the people that they've picked above him. It's just like so dumb.
Yeah, yeah. Like like uh Gabriel Jesus. Like
Yeah,
he's on top of him, and I mean, there's. Let me see how many Brazilians are in the top. One, two, three, four, five. There's
yep,
five Brazilians to win the Golden Boot in like the top 20. That's just nuts.
yeah, it's crazy. They're just so loaded.
They're
But
throwing darts.
all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you've stuck around this long. Let us know in the comments who you think's gonna win or like any bets you guys like. Drop them in the comments. Get in the Discord, dfskarma.com/chat. You can get in for free, but you won't be able to see the core plays or anything like that unless you sign up for MVP. If you're playing or betting on the World Cup, good luck, and I'll see you guys next time.